Good evening. My name's Robin Abrams, and it doesn't seem possible that we're back here together again as we have been. This is our third time here, and the fourth time that this group of sponsors has sponsored a City Council Candidates Forum. Never before have we been competing both with the Emmys and Monday Night Football, but thanks to this video crew, for those of your friends that aren't able to front up, we'll also provide a link at the end. By this weekend, the video will be edited and posted. So thank you very much for making time this early in the election cycle. What I'd like to do is introduce a handful of people. Our timekeeper is Kent Nelson. Kent, thank you very much for doing that. And we have three members from the press today. Bruce Barton, editor of the Los Altos Town Crier. David Price, editor of the Palo Alto Daily Post. And we have Emma Van Guns, who is the editor of the Los Altos High School Talon. Some of you gave us feedback 2 years ago that we needed to have a younger voice and be more inclusive. And so I started working in May of this year with Galen Rosenberg of the high school, and Emma was invited to join us. So she will be one of our editors as well. Emma, we're delighted to have you with us this evening. Thanks for participating. And of course, we'll introduce the candidates here in just a second. I'd also like to thank the sponsors, AAUW, Los Altos Community Foundation, Greentown Los Altos Forward, Los Altos Women's Caucus, and our next library. Let me spend a minute in terms of how the questions were selected. So what we do is we do a post-mortem after the 2016 candidates forum in terms of what worked and what didn't, and then we pull together the sponsors. We also included a representative at all of our meetings from League of Women Voters. We held 4 meetings, and we went through, and each of these organizations went back to their memberships and identified questions. I think we must have had 110 questions to go through, and then we took them back. We voted on both questions for tonight, and you will all be seeing the questions that the candidates are answering beginning 2 weeks ago in terms of the Los Altos Town Crier. And so we force ranked those 8 questions, and then questions, of course, for tonight. So that's how we come by the questions. And then in addition to those, there are 3x5 cards going up and down the aisle. Gary Hedden is helping us, Allison Johnson, and AAUW volunteers. And so if there are anyone that has questions now, we'll take those cards now. And then just before we begin the short round, we'll take the questions. And then for those of you that have attended forums in the past, what we'll do is, while some of the speakers are speaking, we'll go through and sort through those cards. So to give you an idea in terms of questions, we have been able over the last 4 council candidates forum to get between 35 and 42 questions. And so what can I say? Buckle up. Because the goal is for you to get to know the candidates better. One of our co-sponsors suggested that the candidates also need to get to know you better. So we will have a section that is a stand-up section so that they will get to know you better as well. And we'll see how that goes this year. So before we go any further, what I'd like to do is tell you how we came by the order that the candidates will speak in. We drew straws, right? Or rather, we drew slips of paper. And so that's why you see Teresa first, Anita Ennender second, then Jean Mordeau, Nancy Bermeau, and Nisa Flieger. And we'll start that way, but you'll see quickly that we'll switch it up so that it is fair to each of the candidates, the order in which they go. So I promise we will finish before 9. That's how it works around here.